I would just like to start this video by thanking everyone who had seen my previous video about student nurses and newly qualified nurses in the UK not getting jobs. This is unfortunately a sad reality for a lot of students and newly qualified nurses in the UK at the moment. It is really demoralising doing over 2,300 hours of clinical placement, which is non-paid. When you've got life going on around you, you've got your exams in the middle of everything, you've got your OSCEs, you've got bills. It is a very, very, very difficult course, and I'm not sure that everyone really understands what it takes to finish it. So now that we are met with all these challenges, it really is disheartening. And I know a lot of people have said, oh, well, why don't you, travel? Why don't you move? Why don't you do this? I'm like, I wish I could, but I have commitments where I'm living now, and it's impossible for me to move from my area, so it makes things even more difficult. The areas most affected by the recruitment freezes at the moment are the North East, Yorkshire and the Humber, and also some parts of London. Unfortunately, I live in one of those areas. I've written down some reasons as to why newly qualified nurses are struggling. The first one is that there are recruitment freezes and budget cuts currently at the moment. So this is obviously affecting entry-level jobs for all the new graduates. A few things I would like to clear up from a previous video was, even though I've had about 10 to 15 rejections, only one of them I actually got through to an interview. The rest of them I was declined even before getting past that point. It is confusing for me because I personally felt that I spent a lot of time on those applications, hours, sometimes days, and I put a lot of effort into each one of them to just be rejected without even getting the chance to interview. My interview that I did get, they did call me back and I received some feedback, which I obviously took on board, and I'm happy to go forward with that. However, one thing that they did say was that they were only employing 3 nurses, and they had 50 interviews, and they said I came across really well, and there were only small minor things that they could have changed with that interview. However, the people that they employed were already at that trust, and they gave a little bit of an edge over myself. To hear that was really frustrating, and it did make me feel, what's the point at the time. They were really kind about everything, and I think they are, they are really aware of what's going on at the moment, and they said, if things were normal, we probably would have taken you on. However, it's just the budgets are really tight at the moment, and there is a recruitment freeze, and that's the bottom line. In some areas, there are also 3 times more graduates than actual vacancies available. Most of the posts that I've seen within my area have required more experience and are not really willing to